Good day, my wonderful students. How are you today? I hope you are staying safe and you are doing all the necessary things you need to do in regards to your academy. I hope you know your test has started today and it's going to end by 9th of this month. So start writing your test online. At least you'll be able to write one or two a day. Do you understand? Don't rush them. Read your notes. Make sure you are ready before you kick your start button. And when you're done, kick your finished button and submit it. Do you understand? All right. I wish you best of luck as we are about writing your test, second test for the pen. Are you getting? All right. SS1 student, are you there with me? This is our week 10 topic. Our week 10 topic titled Consumer Education. Consumer Education. That is what we are going to do. Our last topic, Consumer Education. Are you with me? Okay, now what is consumer education? Who is a consumer? A consumer is you and is me. Do you understand? Yes, remember our definition that a consumer is the person that consumes or buys the final, uses the goods at the final stage, which is me and you. If milk is being produced now from the company, the retailer will go and buy from, the wholesaler will go and buy from the producer will buy from the wholesaler will buy from the producer, then the retailer will buy from the wholesaler. Then from the retailer, me and you will go and buy, and we will be the one to consume them, can use it for anything of our choice. Do you understand? So we are consumer. Now, today we are going to look at the consumer education. What are those knowledge you need to have or you need to gain as a consumer before consuming goods? Do you understand? That is what we are looking into. Okay, let us look at the learning objective of this particular topic, which says that at the end of this class, that all my students will be able to know the definition of consumer education. You'll be able to mention the importance of consumer education. You'll be able to do what? List and explain consumer rights. Do you understand? These three things are the things I want you to know at the end of this particular class. Now, number one, I said you'll be able to define consumer education. You will be able to mention the importance of consumer education, why it is important to me and you. Do you understand? And lastly, you will be able to list and explain the consumer rights. Are you there with me? Okay, let's move further. Definition of consumer education. Consumer education is the process of acquiring necessary knowledge, attitudes, and skills. Do you understand? Which a person require in order to know his or her right to a consumer as a consumer. Do you understand? You need to require or you need to acquire all these attitude, knowledge, and skills so that you know your rights as a consumer. Are you getting? Design or judge consumer information and or design or judge consumer information and consumer intelligently within their means or available resources. Now, let me take you for it. Let me give you an example. You went to a shop, you bought sardine, and getting home, you notice that the sardine has expired. How do you go about it? Will you go back to the shop and start ranting, start shouting? No. You make use of your right of redress. You redress the matter. Do you understand? You apply your skill of assertiveness. Are you getting it? So it will help you, it will show with the way you will handle it, it will show the person you consume, you bought the goods from that. Actually, this is an educated person. Do you understand? That is what makes us different from the nuisance out there. Are you getting it? So the knowledge of consumer education will always help you to know your rights and know how to go about anything that went wrong, how to redress any matter that went wrong in the course of buying and selling. Is that taken? Okay, let us look at the importance of consumer education. Now, number one importance of consumer education is that it enables the consumer to know his or her rights. Yes, if you have this knowledge, the attitude and skills, you'll be able to know that actually this is my right. Oh, in this detergent, they said it will wash white very well. But now that I've bought them, or I've bought the detergent, the detergent cannot even wash out the stain of oil. Do you understand? It is your right to ask questions. It is your right to ask the company why this is not serving the purpose of what you put or produced it for, or what you have written, or what you have shown us in the label on your adverts. Are you getting it? It is your right to ask. Is that taken? Okay. Now the second right you have is that it enables the consumer to design or access consumer information so that he can interpret the available information about the goods and services he is buying. Like, you'll be able to know when the product you are buying is about to expire. Do you understand? At first, if you have this knowledge, you immediately you enter any shop to buy anything, you have to pick the product and check the expiring dates. Check if the product is about to expire, you drop it and go to another place. Are you getting it? Or change to another brand. Is that taking? It's very important. Yes, you check the weight content of the goods you are buying, whether it's compatible with the money you have to pay. Are you getting? Then you check the brand. For those of us that like brand name, I want peak milk instead of 3 crown. Do you understand? That this consumer education, the knowledge will help you to know the brand name you want, the one that is the best. Or no, they are just name. They work the same thing. In as much as this one is higher in price, but is better or the other one is better off in quality. All this will, the knowledge will help you to know all this. That is the knowledge of consumer education. Okay, let's look at other points. It enables the consumer to know how and where to buy the goods and services. Very important. Like, we all know that if you want to buy your soup or your food items, you go to my 12. That is where you get them at cheaper rates. But if you don't have this knowledge, do you understand? Just setting an example. If you don't have this knowledge and you want to buy your food items, you go to Island. Not as if you cannot see them at Island, but it will be at higher rates because Island are meant for other goods like clothes, like household items, and so on and so forth. They are all very good there. They are at a very good price there. Do you understand? You won't get them at the cheaper rate in other market like this are my 12 that is made for food stuffs. Are you getting it? So when you know the place where you will need to go to purchase a particular product at the cheaper rate, it also goes a long way. It gives you credit. Are you getting it? Okay, another point is that it enables the consumer to obtain the best value for his money. Yes, just like as I'm saying, if you're able to know the expiring date, the weight content, the nutritional value of the product you are buying, and where you are to buy it at the cheaper rates, it will help you to economize. Do you understand? To maximize your profit in order to minimize your costs. Are you getting it? I hope you are getting it. So you find out that that little money you have, you'll be able to use it to achieve much. Do you understand? Okay, let's go further as we look at other points. Another one is that it enables the consumer to eliminate waste consumption. Very important. Are you getting? When you know that, oh, this good will be expiring in 2 weeks' time, and you know very well that this goods I'm about to purchase, I'm not going to finish it in 2 weeks' time, what do? You do what? You leave it and go for the one that has far expiring dates, so that it will give you the gap to consume them as at when due. Are you getting? Because if you consume, if you should purchase those ones that want to expire quickly, you find out that you might not be able to finish the product and they will expire. Do you understand? And when it expires, it has become waste. Are you getting? You don't have choice than to throw them away, and it has become waste. Hmm? So another one is that it can safeguard consumer from dangerous and inferior goods and services. Do you understand? And other unfair selling practices. Like Nigeria today, a lot of as in duping is everywhere. One can come up and dupe you, package one thing that is not working for, and you do you understand? You tell you that this product is very good, it's this, that. You purchase them, and before you know what is happening, it's not what they told you that you will be seeing in the pack of that product. Do you understand? But when you have the knowledge, you'll be able, you know the necessary questions you will ask, you will put in place before you buy those goods. You will be able to ask questions, and you'll be able to know, read all the contents in the book. If possible, you go as far as opening one of the products to make sure that what you are actually purchasing is at the right condition. Are you getting it? So let us look at the rights of the consumer. What rights do you have as a consumer? Do you understand? Number one is the right to safety. The first right you have is the right to safety. Whatever goods and services made available to the consumer should be safe and for consumption. Do you understand? So any company that is producing anything must make sure that whatever they are producing is very, very safe for consumers to consume them. Are you getting it? That is why I said you have the right for safety. If you happen, like one of my friends bought Coca-Cola, all this mineral bottle one time, it has been a long time. Okay, he was trying to consume the mineral. God so kind, he was a careful person when he opened the bottle, cleaned the mouth, okay, trying to lift up the bottle, now looked directly from the bottle, was seeing something. And when he now took a plate, poured the drink away. Do you know, lo and behold, it's, it's cockroach that was inside that drink. If she's not careful enough, she will do what? She will drink it. And you know it's dangerous to her health. And she has to take it up. She wrote to the uh, Coca-Cola company, snap them and have enough evidence. I know how much she made from the case. It's not actually a case because they don't want to make case with her. Because they know it's their right to keep the consumer safe. At this point, they have failed. So they tried all they could to settle the issue with the lady, and they paid her for damages. Are you getting? So when you know your rights, you'll be able to face it and follow it at the right way. Are you getting? If it should be a nuisance, the person will just go back to the place he bought it, not minding that it's not this person that produced this coke. Where they produce it is in a company. Just this person is just a literal. Though even if you want to lay your complaint, you don't need to make noise. Do the necessary thing. Write to the company, then wait for response. If there's no response, you apply. There's a body you go to. You now take it up as an educated person. Are you getting it? So it is your right to make sure that all the things you are consuming is at the safe condition. Are you getting? The second one is the right to be informed. You have right to be informed about the goods and services you are buying or you are paying for. Do you understand? Equally, he should be educated and informed about issues relating to what he is consuming. Appropriate information should be supplied by manufacturer. Any product a producer produces, he or she needs to advertise it or make it known to the consumers. Do you understand? It is your right. They need to tell us, okay, this Kellogg's, what is it? What nutritional value does it have? What is it? How is it like? What is the content like? How is the preparation like? Do you understand? It is our right. So it is your right to know, have all this information. So that when you are consuming them, you consume them at a safe condition. Is that taken? All right. Another one is the right to choose what you want. It is your right to take whatever you want. If I should go to a store now that I want to buy a product, and getting there, I want a particular product and I could not get it there. You are trying to convince me. Anyway, you can convince me, but you will not force it. Are you getting? If I tell you that it is pigment that I want, and you are trying to force me to take a crown, it's not done. I take the one I want. It is my right. What I want is what I will go for. Is that taken? So it is always your right to make sure you take or you go for what you want and what you desire for. Do you understand? That is another right you have as a consumer. Now let us look at other ones. The right to be heard. You have the right to be heard. Every consumer should be allowed to express their views about the available goods and services. Okay, take for instance, I bought a detergent and that detergent shot up my skin. Do you know it is my right to write to the company? Maybe I can get their email, write to them and complain that this detergent is too harsh to skin and lay my complaint down. So the company has right to take down my complaint and work towards it. Are you getting it? So it is my right. That is why they say customers, they are always right. Customers are always right. That is where the slogans come out from. So when you notice that a product is not giving you what you want or what they say it should be giving you, then you have the right to complain. Is that taken? Now, another right you have is that you have the right to consumer education. Just like as I'm teaching you now, it is your right for any uh, body or as a student, it is your right to know all this information and giving it out now. So the ones the producers will give out, it is our right also to know them. Consumer education makes consumers have rights to be educated about their rights. Do you understand? Because it is our right, that is why it is being included in our scheme of work for us to know and have more knowledge about consumer education so that when we are consuming, we will consume at the right um, proportion and at the right um, limits. Are you getting it? Now, the last one is the right to redress. Very important. This word is very, very important. This is the right to have a wrong corrected. A wrong corrected. This means the opportunity to seek a solution to a problem if a consumer has problem with a product already produced. Just like the story I told you about the Coca-Cola bottling company. Do you understand? So if that person did not redress the matter like that and decide to involve police and all that, the matter will escalate. But I don't think it's the best. The best thing she did is to write to the bottling company and they invited her. She showed her evidence and they were sorry. They now paid her off, tried to do what? To plead with her that it's a mistake and all that. Do you understand? And at the end of the day, the matter was closed. The issue was not raised again. Thank God she did not consume the Coca-Cola. Are you getting? Did not consume the soft drink because she's a careful type. Are you getting what I'm saying? So it is her right, it is our right to redress any matter, any product that we think or we see that that is not giving us what we want. That is why in some company that know what they're doing, at the end, if you read their leaflet, they will tell you any complaint, contact this number or go to www dot so so so. Do you understand? They will direct you just to tell you that they are open to complaints. Do you understand? When you complain your own, they will look into it, they will make an amend. Is that taken? So these are the rights we have as a consumer. Are you getting? I believe with this class, you'll be able to be consuming rightly. Do you understand? You'll be able to consume it rightly. And I want to also believe that you, with this lesson, you were able to know the definition of consumer education, and you were able to know the importance of consumer education and also the consumer rights as well. I believe you have gotten all this. Okay, if you have gotten it, I want to quickly take you to your reference material, which is Home Management for Colleges by Elizabeth Anyaka Oha. Yes, that is the textbook you use for your home management. You can equally go online and Google on some of the topic. Do you understand? But before then, make sure you always go online. Make sure you always go online. Copy the comprehensive notes of this particular topic. This is not the comprehensive notes. You have to go to your portal, open your portal, copy your notes in your home management note. Remember, very soon we are going to resume physically, we'll be seeing ourselves, and you present all my total notes. Do you understand? Because it has its own mark stands steps aside. Are you getting what I'm saying? Okay, now I want to quickly tell you, I want to say bye for now and keep staying safe. Do you understand? Remember, this is the end of our lesson for SS1 to 10. Is that taken? Okay, and I want to urge you to please go online, read your notes, copy your notes, listen to your video clips, do your test. And believe me, I am wishing you 100% luck to your test. I wish you the best of all luck. And I pray that God will give you the grace to remember all the things you have read so far, give you the retentive and attentive memory so that you'll be able to write and come out in flying color. But mind you, exam is forthcoming. Keep reading, don't relent, and the Lord will help us all. Still remain your teacher, Mrs. Kuduma Vivian, your home management teacher. I love you all. Keep working hard. There is pay for hard work. Love you.